Hey, sweeties, let's get into this roast chicken recipe in the Wonder Oven by Our Place, the makers of the Always Pan. Here's the recipe. It's in the recipe book that is included with the Our Place Wonder Oven, or you could find it online in the Our Place Wonder Oven website. I'll put a link to that in the description box, or you can just pause it here and get a better look at the recipe. It does say in the recipe to lightly grease the pan with oil, but then in the user manual, it says do not put any oil in the baking pan. So, it's at your own risk for sure. Be careful with that. I did add a little oil, maybe less than a teaspoon, about a half a teaspoon, to the baking pan, as well as oil the chicken itself. Then I bought a chicken. This is an air-chilled Bell and Evans chicken I got from Whole Foods, and yes, it was expensive, but it doesn't have any extra water added because I was afraid too much water would end up in the roasting pan. The roasting pan is very small. If you look at the regular grocery store chickens, they all have water absorbed from water chilling up to 6% more, and that water leaches out during cooking. And part of this recipe, they want you to have this chicken very dry. They have you pat it dry and put a paper towel in the cavity and sit it in the refrigerator for 4 hours before you then season it and cook it. Make sure you take the paper towel out of the center of the chicken, and we will set our Wonder Oven and let it preheat. We have it seasoned and the cavity stuffed with rosemary, and it calls for shallots, but I used an onion and lemon slices and smashed garlic cloves. We seasoned it all over, inside, outside, upside down, under the skin, and trussed the legs. Now that our Wonder Oven has preheated, we'll pop it in and let it cook. We start at 325 degrees on the roast setting for 20 minutes. And you see that cooking pan is very shallow. It's about a half an inch deep. And I was really afraid that the chicken would exude a lot of moisture. And I didn't want any extra cooking juices to overflow the pan and end up on the bottom of the Wonder Oven, creating a huge mess. So that's why I chose an air-chilled chicken over a water-chilled chicken. It just doesn't have that extra added moisture that comes out during cooking. Now the recipe calls for us to increase the temperature to 350 degrees. We're still leaving it on the roast setting, and we're cooking it for another 10 minutes. So we'll let that go from there. With the analog dials, it can be a little difficult to get the time exact, but not too much moisture has leached from the chicken yet, so we're in good shape. I was really concerned that the Wonder Oven would not be able to fit a whole chicken, but it does. Now, the chicken is rather small. It's barely over 4 pounds, and it's kind of hard to find a chicken that small in the regular grocery store. Oop, there's our timer. So now we have to increase the temperature to 375 degrees, change the cooking method from roast to bake. So we'll just turn that knob over there. And then we will set the timer and cook the chicken for another about 20 to 30 minutes. And we'll check the temperature of the chicken to see how if it's getting done or not. And you can add a little water to the top there if the chicken is getting too dark. That's according to the cooking instructions. So we will keep an eye on that. Now this may look like one of my easy bake ovens, but it is not a toy. Look at this thing is really cooking. Like, that chicken is sizzling in there, and I'm very happy with the way that it's looking, but we'll keep a close eye on it as it cooks and see if the color on top is getting a little dark. And I kind of think it is. Plus, I really wanted to test out that adding water to the top of the Wonder Oven, and 2 teaspoons is the maximum water that you can add. So I did that, and honestly, I don't know if it made much of a difference or not, but I tried it. Now that chicken, oh, it is sizzling away and is smelling so darn good, and I'm very excited to get a taste of it, but we've got to wait just a little while longer. How about a thumbs up for that sizzle, y'all? And don't forget to subscribe. And you can see the chicken is popping a little grease there, splattering on the walls and the oven door. So we're going to have to clean this up right away because we don't want this to get cooked on and make it harder to clean this oven over time, because we want to be able to keep it cute because it is an adorable little oven. Watch to the end to see how to clean the Wonder Oven. I paid $195 for the Wonder Oven on the Our Place website, but I do have a less expensive alternative that you might like, and I'll show you more about that. So watch to the end for a alternative to the Wonder Oven that costs less than half the price, but is just as cute. And the alternative works really well too. It just does not have that little spot on the top where you can add some water. Oh, there goes our timer, that little bell ding. So let's check our chicken real carefully with our heat-resistant silicone gloves. Remove the chicken from the oven, and you'll notice that I have to move the Wonder Oven close to the counter so that the door will open fully. If that handle hits the countertop, you can't open the door, and then you'll have to tilt the chicken when you're trying to take it out, and then you can spill the chicken's juices all over the place, and we don't want that. The chicken is looking lovely, but we need to check the temperature in the thigh with our instant read digital thermometer and make sure that it has hit 165 degrees, because we don't want to serve undercooked chicken, and we're not quite there yet. So we're going to pop it back into the Wonder Oven. We'll start with 10 minutes, and then we will check the temperature in the thigh again. And when we check it the second time, our chicken is where we need it to be. It's at 165 degrees, and it is time to cut into it. The skin is nice and crispy. I'm very happy to hear that crisp sound, but take a look at this. If you turn that chicken over, my goodness, that looks incredible. The chicken cooked well on the bottom and the top. A lot of times, the chicken doesn't get well cooked on the bottom. We've cut into it, into the thigh, into the wing, into the breast, and it is well cooked and still juicy. Yeah, I was very happy with the way that this cooked. And here's that baking pan that we roasted the chicken in. And look, anything that was cooked on there wipes right off. So it was easy to clean. And the Wonder Oven itself was fairly easy to clean as well. I just took a little warm soapy water and wiped off the door, and that was no problem. Now, when it comes to the interior, things get a little tougher. So I grabbed my Scotch-Brite sponge with the non-scratch rougher side that can get off any cooked on foods, and that really worked well. Again, just warm soapy water, and then just wash the back and the sides and around the top. Of course, it's kind of hard to get around the heating elements, but we do our best because we want to get off all of that food and not keep cooking in the dirty air fryer oven that just cooks it on, and it really makes it harder and harder to clean. And you can slide out that crumb tray and clean that separately, but it's all good. It's clean. We'll just dry it off with a soft cloth, and we are good to go. Well, what did you think about that, sweeties? I was thrilled with the way that that chicken came out. It was so tasty and moist, and there were a lot of ups and downs in that recipe, but it came out really well. Now, if you want an alternative to the Wonder Oven at a lower price point, the Wonder Oven retails at the time I purchased it for $195. If you're looking for a less expensive alternative, then let me show you this. This little oven is very similar to the Wonder Oven, except it doesn't have this little spot on top where you can add water for steam. This is an air fryer oven by a company called Paris Rhone. It's about the same dimensions. It has the same type of look, the analog dials, the tick, tick, ticking all the time. The biggest difference is the price tag. This little oven by Paris Rhone retails for, when I purchased it, $79.99 on Amazon. Prices will vary, so it may be more or less expensive if you go and look at it now. But I'll put the links to both of these in the description box. You can decide for yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to Sweet Savant. Hit that thumbs up, that notification bell, and y'all have a delicious day.